for the very first week for our online learning, we are going to be working on our division skills. So this will eventually move on to division with decimals, which we already did with multiplication. So for this week and for the next probably 2 weeks, we're going to be working on honing in on those division skills. So today I'm going to teach you guys how to do division using the area model method. And then we're going to talk about your math activities for this week.
Okay, so here we are. I've set up my piece of paper for area model. And the question that I'm going to be figuring out is how many times 5 can go into 125. So the first thing I have to do is split up my number 125 into its place value. So I know that the 1 represents 100. The 2 represents 20. And the 5 represents 5. Then I'm going to take this number, the one that I'm trying to figure out how many groups of 5 are in 125, and I'm going to put it at the side. Okay, so I'm all set and ready to go. These numbers are now broken down into smaller numbers that are easier for me to divide. So my first thing is I need to figure out how many times 5 can go into 100 evenly. Well, I know that's really easy. I know that's 20. So I'm going to put my 20 up here. 5 times 20 is 100. And then I'm going to minus these two numbers. So 0, 0, 1 minus 1, 0. So I have nothing that I have to carry over to this side. Don't worry, we are going to do a problem that does carry over so you can see as well. Now, how many times does 5 go into 20? 5 goes into 20 4 times. 5 times 4 is 20. Minus that, 0 minus 0 is 0. 2 minus 2 is 0. And I have nothing to carry over again. Now, how many times does 5 go into 5? Well, it goes in once, and that equals 5. I'm going to do the same thing. 5 minus 5 is 0. Okay, now I have all of these numbers at the top. I have my 1, my 4, and my 20. I'm going to take all of these numbers, and I'm going to add them at the bottom of my paper. So 20 plus 4 plus 1. I'm going to add those all up. So 0 plus 4 plus 1 is 5. And 2 plus nothing is 2. So my answer is 25. So 5 goes into 125. 25 times. Okay, let's do one more together. So this one is great because everything is going to move over in every single box, and we're going to have a remainder. So I'll be able to show you what that will all look like together. Okay, so our question for this example is 9 divided by 424. So I'm going to do the exact same thing I did in the prior two examples. I'm going to split this number up into its place value. So 4 actually equals 400. 2 actually equals 20. And 4 equals 4. And then I'm going to take my 9 and I'm going to put that on this side of my square. So I'm going to do the first step the exact same way as I did in the other two examples. So 400 divided by 9 is way too big for me. So I'm actually going to do 40 divided by 9. 40 divided by 9 equals 4. And then I'm going to add that 0 to replace it. And 90 times 4 is 36. And I just add my 0 there on the end. I'm going to minus that. 0 minus 0 is 0. 0 minus 6. Oh, I can't do that, so I have to borrow. 10 minus 6 is 4. Put my 0. Okay, so I have numbers left over that I have to bring over to this 20. So I'm going to do my loop and add it to my 20. Which is 60. So now how many times does 9 go into 60? Well, I know the closest I can get is 54. So that is 6. So I'm going to put my 6 up here. So 9 goes into 60 6 times, which equals 54 minus 0 minus 4. Can't do that, so have to borrow. 10 minus 4 is 6. And I'm going to bring that all the way up to this side. Add those two together. So that equals 10. So how many times now can 9 go into 10 evenly? Only once. So I'm going to put my 1 up here. 9 times 1 is 9. Do my minus, which is 1. So now this number here will be my remainder. So I can put that down here to remind me. Now I have to add up all of these numbers. So 40, 6, and 1. 0 plus 6 plus 1 is 7. 4 plus nothing is 4. So there is my answer. It's 47, remainder 1.
Okay, so that was your mini lesson on how to do area model. I'm now going to walk you through how to get to the activities for this week for division. So I'm going to do a screen share with you where I'm actually going to click on exactly what you're going to click on to make it easier. Okay, so you guys just clicked this link to see the mini lesson and the rest of this video. So after you exit this video, you're going to go back to our PowerPoint screen. The first activity you're going to work on is independent practice 1. So it shows you below, it'll give you your set of directions of what you need to do. So it says, click on the link below to go to this week's first set of boom cards. So you are going to click on this link, and then this link will bring you to this screen. You're going to click OK, sign in with Google. Then it'll bring up your Google account. So it'll bring up your account for Genespis, and you're going to click on that account. Once you've clicked on your account, it will come up with a screen that says, thank you for creating an account, and then it will send you to this screen. So this is what we call a boom card. So you guys are going to fill out the information in the boom cards exactly how I showed you on the mini lesson. So your answer will go here. How many times 9 divided by 756 will go in this box. Once you've put in all the information, it will tell you where you went wrong. Okay, so let's try one together. So the closest I can get to 750, if I was to round this, so then it would actually be 75. So how close or how many times can 9 go into 75 without going over? Well, I know 9 can go to 72. So all I would do is add my 0. And 9 times 8 is 72, so I'd add my 0 again. And then I'd minus 756 and 720, which equals 36. Then I'd bring my 36 up here. So how many times can 9 now go into 36 evenly? Well, I know it can go in 4 times, and 9 times 4 is 36, and 36 minus 36 is 0. Then I would add these two numbers, 80 plus 4, which equals 84. And then I go over here and I click submit. So it shows me everything I got right and then brings me to the next question. If you got it wrong, it would show you the areas that you got wrong. So once I've finished independent practice 1, I'm going to move on to independent practice 2. And these boom cards have remainders. So you'll be working with remainders for these boom cards. So that will be your math for the entire week. If you are struggling, so if you are having a hard time with this concept, I will always be available for a Google Meet from 1 to 2 p.m., Monday to Friday. And in order to get onto that Google Meet, I'll send you a link through Google Classroom, and I'll just be there. So you just click on the link, you can ask me a question, and then you can sign out if you wish. You can also email me if you're struggling as well. And then we also do have our mandatory Google Meets every day from 10 to 11. So you can also bring your questions there, and I can help you answer them there as well. Okay, so that is it for this week's math video and your assignments. Like I said, if you have any questions, email me or write them down and we can talk about them on our Google Meets. Good luck, 606. I will see you soon.